everybody, and welcome to the Meet with Big Pauly. And tonight we're doing something a little itty bitty different. We're going to watch the Lightning Hurricanes game. I'm not showing it on screen, mind you, but I am going to commentate and we can chat on what's going on with this game between the Lightning and the Hurricanes. Kind of big around these parts. It's the third game of their best of seven to determine the champion of the Central Division. And hello, everybody, and welcome to this little experiment of mine as we try to draw in some fans into the channel by doing a watch along. I'm Big Pauly coming to you. I have on the other monitor the USA Network. If you're looking for the game locally here in the Tampa Bay area, or if you're wondering why is that other game on NBC Sports Network, they are showing right now the Boston-New York Islanders game. USA Network is hosting the Carolina-Tampa Bay game. And we will watch and commentate upon it. I'll try to be quiet when there is play going on, but the thing is that you will be seeing what I saw 15 seconds ago when we do this. So it'll be interesting. Tampa Bay won identical 2-1 scores in Raleigh, defeating the Carolina Hurricanes on Sunday and on Tuesday. So the defending Stanley Cup champions not out of the woods yet. They come home to Amalie Arena in Tampa, where they are letting 13,000 fans in for these games coming up. With COVID lessening across the country and in some parts of our world, they had a capacity most of the year. First, they didn't allow fans at all when they started up play in January. Then they went to about 9,000 fans. In fact, USA Network has just switched to hockey. I have the audio on very, very faintly, but I am hoping that I don't get into any trouble. I will just watch things as they happen. I have the rosters from each team on Hockey Reference, so I don't think we'll be too far off. If you've watched any of my FHM7 videos, you know I'm a very terrible hockey announcer. So I just chat about other things while we wait for things to develop. They're showing the opening. USA Network, I'll say it again because some fans are going to wonder where the hell the game is. The game between Carolina and Tampa Bay is on USA Network tonight, usually the home of WWE Raw, and I think what they call NXT nowadays. Brendan Burke is one of the announcers, and I think this is the crew that has the female analyst, AJ something or other, who's very good, by the way. I've listened to her the first two games. There is no local feed for the games when we get to the division final level and onward. All the games will be nationally televised on one of the NBCs, in this case USA. And they're showing highlights of the first two games. Actually, the games were a little different. In the first game, Tampa got a goal, Carolina got a goal, and then Tampa got a go-ahead goal. In the second game, Tampa got the first two goals, and then Carolina came back and made it close. Yes, it is the team that has the female analyst. And AJ, I'm going to give your last name out as soon as they put it on the screen. AJ MLECZKO. Maleko? I don't know how you pronounce that, folks. And I apologize if I'm getting it wrong. So I am watching the game on one monitor here, and I can't show you that, obviously, because I'd probably break the express permission of the NHL and USA and NBC and all that. So I'm going to watch it, and I'll try to be quiet when play is in progress, and I'll try to talk to you as there are breaks in the action. I have a little scoreboard set up when we start up with the play, and you'll see it in the upper right of your screen. I'm looking at the preview monitor right now, and yeah, I think you all will like it. I will try to keep you abreast on who is getting shots and who gets the goals. I have an iPhone set up just to the left of me, and when the goals are scored, I'll let you know who scored them. It's going to be a very interesting night, and we are on at 8 o'clock. I didn't preview this. I just figured a lot of people will be watching the game live, and they'll probably want places to chat. And I thought I would accommodate everybody. I noticed this when Tampa Bay was in that series with Florida, which they won in 6 games. Florida was a pesky bunch, but they gave Tampa Bay fits at stretches. But the Lightning were able to put them away. So as soon as we see something happening, they are still previewing the game. They just went to commercials, and they'll probably be getting the game in short order. And as I said, I cannot show you the game, but I can commentate on it as things develop. In fact, I'm going to widen out my screen just a little bit. There we go. And I will just keep you all posted as things go on. I'm a Tampa Bay Lightning fan. I've been a Lightning fan since 92, 93. When they first started season, that was kind of the inspiration behind the series that I do on FHM7. I do it once a week, and I just live television. Sometimes I have a burp. I do the Tampa Bay Lightning from when they were an expansion team in 92, 93, and within 3 seasons, not 4 as it took them in real life, I've gotten them into the playoffs. And that video is called FH7 Birth of the Bolts, April, May 1995, if you want to catch the last 5 games of the 95 regular season as they happened on FHM7, not as they happened in real life. So we're underway. Well, we'll be underway in a few minutes. I will tell you we will take breaks during the intermissions. I'll go stretch my legs a little bit because I'll be sitting down here for 3 hours plus. Otherwise, the capacity at Amalie Arena, 401 Channelside Drive, Tampa, Florida, 33602, if you ever want to visit, is 21,500 usually, but with COVID, they're doing commercials. They're showing somebody drumming away outside Amalie Arena. The Carolina Hurricanes are in white, and they're hitting the rink. And that means Tampa Bay will be in blue. And I see them coming out. Well, that's something that could have been taped. They hit the ice with Tampa General Hospital logos, their logo in the background. The arena is kind of in downtown Tampa, or a little east of downtown, not too far from Ybor City. It's not too far from what they now call the Leroy Selman Expressway. Both teams hitting the ice and they're skating around, so I guess they're going to do the national anthem here in just a moment. A lot of fans at Amalie tonight. They have the glow sticks going, and they have just gone to another commercial. So we should be getting underway very shortly with this game between Tampa and Carolina. Tampa Bay wins it. It's like when the Mafia Don kisses you on the lips. That's usually the kiss of death, going up 3-0. But if Carolina gets the win, then they got to get another win to get home ice advantage at Tampa. Taking it that the game on the 4th game of the series will be Saturday. I'm doing a little double check on my phone just to be sure about that. And let me see. Yeah, the Lightning game will be 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock on on Saturday. Yes, indeed. So we know that's true. And the Rays, who just won 9-2 against Texas, they play against the Yankees. They bombarded Garrett Cole, which I'm very pleased about. They play the Rangers 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So there won't be any interposition between the Rays and the Lightning, unless the Lightning's fourth game goes a bunch of overtimes. They are still in commercials. They're in that commercial Liberty Mutual where the guy is selling wet teddy bears. I want to say that guy was in The Sopranos, but that might not be true. If it's not true, the guy's probably thinking, well, I wish I was in The Sopranos. Get your wet teddy bears. Love those Liberty Mutual commercials. See, if anything, you'll just watch me talk about commercials. And now they're showing a commercial for WWE's minor league NXT. Looks like they got some sort of War Games concoction to show us, where they have the double ring cage. Of course, there's a lot of talk that WWE might be being sold to somebody. They've made some very curious decisions in terms of who to keep. Talent-wise, they let Braun Strowman go, which was a total shock to some. And we're getting closer to the game because they're saying NBC Sports now brings you National Hockey League action, or some sort of disclaimer. So we're getting close. Starting goalies, Mrazek for Carolina, or Mrazek, and Vasilevsky. Of course, Vasilevsky is the second highest guy on the payroll, $11 million a year. Vasilevsky, and the best thing about Andre is he's only 26. And has done a little bit better in terms of save percentage, but Mrazek has done better with his goals against average, and he has 3 shutouts to Vaz's 1. And they're still showing the fans. Well, maybe we're not as close to the puck dropping as I would like to have thought. It's bad enough they start the game at 8 o'clock. They make you wait till like 8:15 for the game to get started. And yeah, a bunch of fans. And now we come back to the rink. And we could be close to puck drop time, or we could not be. Got players on the ice. Carolina with the canes diagonally on their sweaters. Tampa Bay with the bolt, the lightning bolt. And yeah, it looks like we're about ready to get started now. Or are we? Without hearing the sound, I have the sound on very, very faintly. It's kind of hard to tell. Could they be doing the national anthem or something like that? Few Carolina fans at Amalie Arena. Oh yes, we're almost ready for puck drop time. Tampa Bay will struggle for the puck, and Carolina gets it. Carolina going to the left, right to left. And if you're watching this on TV, and Tampa Bay goes left to right to start the first period, then they change ends. Carolina looking like they might get the first shot on goal of the game. But Tampa Bay picks up the puck. Not very stable. Who has possession? A little fight behind the Tampa Bay goal. And clears the Carolina attack zone. But nobody's got control of the puck very well right now. We are 37 seconds into the first period. Carolina dumps it into their zone. But there are too many blue shirts there. And Tampa Bay dumps it into their attack zone. But it doesn't stay there long. We are now almost a minute into the first period. No score. Tampa Bay with a 2-0 lead. And we'll try to keep you posted as to what's going on. Carolina has it in their own defensive zone. They clear it down the length of the ice. This could be icing, and it is. So there's your first stoppage play. Let me show you the scoreboard because I forgot to put it up. There we go. Rod Brindamore, the coach of the Carolina Hurricanes, and of course John Cooper coaching Tampa Bay. And here we go. Carolina trying to push it up. They got numbers. Well, they got 2-on-2 on the left side in the attack zone, but there were two Tampa Bay defenders there, and they're trying to jostle control of the puck, which they do. Looking to clear. They do. No, they don't. Now they do. But Carolina picks it right back up. They go on the attack. They dump it into the zone. Tampa Bay and Carolina fighting for it to the right side of Vasilevsky. And you got a good little battle going on the boards. 3-on-3, like a six-man tag team match. And now the Lightning get it, and now they're on the attack. They get it into the neutral zone, dump it into the attack zone. And now they'll change lines. Carolina pushing it up now. No score, 2 minutes and 12 seconds into the first period. I've never called a hockey game this long. And yeah, Carolina tried to take a shot on goal. They couldn't get it. Tampa Bay has possession now behind the goalie, and now they move up the right side. Vasilevsky's right. They've now moved to the attack zone, but the puck was way ahead of them, and Carolina takes possession. Now they push it up. It's in the Carolina attack zone now. Tampa Bay trying to push it up, but it got deflected by one of the members of the Hurricanes, who now has it on the left side of their goalie. They go cross ice, they pass it, and they move it into the attacking zone. 3 minutes gone by, first period, no score. Not too many stoppages plays right now. A little bit of trouble with the goalie trying to transfer it to one of his defenders, but Tampa Bay got in the way of that. Now Carolina has it again. Looking like a lot of jitters right now for both teams. And the Lightning now have it. But they're behind their own goalie, Vasilevsky, on his right side. Carolina retakes it. And they are moving the puck all around. It's a very well-traveled puck, I'll tell you that. We are 3:45 into the first period. We've had no shots on goal, no penalties yet. And Tampa Bay with it in the attacking zone. But Carolina bats it away, and of course Tampa Bay has to come out and regroup. The puck has to be the first thing to cross the blue line, of course. And they're having trouble. They're having trouble penetrating Carolina's attacking zone. Carolina keeps swatting it away, what a good team would do. And Carolina now going on a push. They probably changed lines. They dump it into Vasilevsky, who's behind his own goal. He clears it successfully to a Lightning player, and again the puck goes all the way to the Carolina goalie. We have not had a shot on goal yet. We are almost 5 minutes into the first period. Very jittery and tentative it looks like. Oh, and Tampa Bay player was roughed up behind his own goal. I don't think there has been a penalty. And Carolina cannot keep it in theirs. Tampa Bay gets possession of it again. We are now 5:05 into the first period. We have no score. Oh, and some contact between Tampa Bay and Carolina on the left side of the Carolina goalie. Looks like he made a save, and there's a stoppage of play. And the shot tally has now gone up on the USA Network feed. It's 2-0 on shots, Tampa Bay leading. Showing a graphic about what has happened to Carolina when they trail 2-0 in a series. And when they were down to Montreal in 2006 2-0, they came back and won the Stanley Cup that year, as the Carolina Hurricanes. I think that's the only Stanley Cup they have ever won as Carolina or Hartford. We have 5:18 gone by first period. The officials looking at some other matter. Now they're ready for play. And somebody's going to get pulled from this face-off here. Nope, they go with the two combatants as it was. Carolina controlled the face-off, and they have moved the puck into the neutral zone where Tampa Bay has picked it up. Carolina with it now in their own end, and they could not keep it. Tampa Bay don't have numbers right now, but they're in the attacking zone. Carolina swats it away, and Tampa Bay will have to reset. We have 5:50 gone by first period. Carolina, they just stole the puck, but they didn't have numbers. They're on the attack. A shot, and it is wide, or deflected off of somebody in front of Vaz. And we're now 2-1 on shots in favor of Carolina. But Carolina got a turnover, and they're showing it on the replay. Looks like 17 on the shot, and 17 for Carolina. Well, there is no 17 for Carolina, so I was in error. I do have the rosters in front of me. Carolina won another face-off, and they have kept it in the attacking zone. Couple of shots on Vaz. One hit him about shoulder high, but nothing scored. And a whistle as the puck got to the goalie, and the goalie said, well, I'll just freeze it. And another stoppage of play. And they'll go to commercial. 6:17 gone by first period. No score. So it's early, and both teams are pensive, as you might think. I want to say hello to anybody and everybody that has dropped by in chat so far. And we will be here as long as it takes to get a winner tonight between these two teams. See how Carolina responds to being down 2-0 in this series. And if you were wondering about the Islanders game with the Bruins, well, let's see. It's 1-0 Bruins at the end of the first period. And let me see who scored. Smith scored, 5:52 in, assisted by Grzelcyk and I think it's Hall. And Islanders had 7 shots on goal to Boston's 5. So that's what's happened in the first period of the Bruins and Islanders game, as we're still in a commercial break. When the games are on locally here in Tampa Bay, they do not usually have these abundant commercial breaks, but NBC being NBC, that's what they want. Showing a stat now, they have come back from commercial, and Jordan Staal is being highlighted. Jordan Staal wears number 11. He's a Canadian. He's 32. And a face-off in the Tampa Bay zone, and looks like they had some sort of problem. Maybe not a clean face-off, so they'll just do it again. They're in the Tampa Bay attacking zone to the left of the Carolina goalie. Carolina successfully clearing. They've won a lot of face-offs so far in this game. Carolina attacking, but they cannot successfully maintain the puck. Now Tampa Bay with it. Now they dump it in the neutral zone. Carolina with it. And Vaz with it now behind the goal. Be careful, Vaz. And now Tampa Bay attacking. Low-scoring series. Shot on goal. Did not find the net. And now Tampa Bay back with it, but they had to reset as they went back to the neutral zone. Carolina with it now in their defending zone. They move it up now. They're on the attack. It's a 2-on-2 shot, and it's off the mark. Carolina keeps it in the attacking zone of Tampa Bay. Looked like the puck deflected off of somebody, and it wasn't a significant shot. And a slap shot from just in front of the blue line does not score. Shots are now 3-2 in favor of Tampa Bay, according to NBC's tally. And Tampa Bay dumps it into the Carolina attack zone for icing. Feeling the pressure a little bit. And they're showing a replay of the last time Tampa Bay was on the attack. Good shot by somebody. 77. 77 got a good shot on goal, which was Victor Hedman. And now we're back to live action. Carolina winning all the face-offs so far, I have to think. And we continue to watch play. Tampa Bay with it now. They're going to try to push it up the ice from their own zone. Little nifty pass there by somebody. I can't catch the number. Tampa Bay on the left side of the goalie by the goal line. Trying to pin their way in a point-blank shot for 77, which was Hedman. They keep it in the zone. They're on the left side of the goalie in the corner. Little battle going on for the puck. Tampa Bay passing the puck around very, very well. I keep saying ball. One-timer, no goal. One-timer from somebody right in front of the blue line. I know what a one-timer is. And Carolina dumps it into the Tampa Bay zone just to get a little break for the action. And they show an 88. 88 is, of course, not 88. Can't be Vasilevsky. It's probably Kucherov. 21 got the shot on goal, which was Braden Point. Tried to backhand one in. Palat was right behind him. And we have 8:43 gone by first period, and we have no score. Hope you all are enjoying the action. If you're looking for the game, it's on USA Network in the United States. I don't know about Canada. I think Canada would probably be more interested in the Bruins than the Islanders. And that was 71 trying to sneak one in. That was Cirelli. Cirelli's had a good playoff series so far. Tampa Bay now keeping this puck in their attacking zone quite a while. Looking for something here. Another point-blank shot. Loose puck, score! And I think it was a score. Let's see. Oh! 76 of Carolina just kicked 17. Tampa Bay thinks they have scored. I am not so sure. And nice little free-for-all in front of the goal after the whistle stopped. It did not appear to be a goal. Did not appear to be a goal. Just some heavy action in front of the puck. Tampa Bay got a couple of point-blank shots in. And nothing happened. No penalties and no score. 10:39 left first period. No score between Carolina and Tampa Bay. Shots are now looking like 6 for Tampa Bay. I can't really tell what the font NBC uses. 2 for Carolina. And they have a face-off to the left side of the Carolina goalie. And again, Carolina wins the face-off. They have been winning. I think they have won every one so far. 10.5 minutes gone by. 10.5 minutes to go in the first, I should say. Carolina now in the attacking zone. They look to draw first blood, and if they draw first blood, it'll be the first time they scored the first goal in the series. This series, anyway. Tampa Bay has scored the first goal twice, and they have won each game. Now Tampa Bay on the attack. They're in the attacking zone. Some nifty passing. And Tampa Play has moved back to their own zone, their defending zone, as they change lines. Some passing back and forth, dangerously close to Javi Bullen. And Tampa Bay with it. Now they dump it into the zone. Try to make something happen, but Carolina had it well defended. They have the puck now. They cleared their own defending zone, but Tampa Bay picks it back up. 81. 81 being Chernak. And they're jostling the puck back and forth. I think Chernak is from Slovakia. Carolina close to the goal. Couple of good shots. And Tampa Bay going to get the puck. Yes, they do get the puck out of the attacking zone. Now they're on the attack. They're in the attacking zone of Carolina. And they do the deal where they go behind the goal and try to get a quick shot, but no such luck. Carolina on the move, but now Tampa Bay counters right back. Tampa Bay acts like a team that has been there before. Of course, they won the Stanley Cup last year, with the season ending in September due to COVID. And they're going back and forth and back and forth. Carolina with it now. Looks like they might have numbers for an attack. It's 3-on-3. And they try to get a shot on goal, but and a close shot by somebody. I did not catch it that close. And Carolina clears the puck into the defending zone of Tampa Bay. 8:02 now left first period. No score. Shots are now 8-4 in favor of Tampa Bay. Carolina with it now. And there's been a whistle. Could there have been a penalty? See, I'm watching this with muted sound, so I can't tell you. Nope, they're just going to commercial break. Something happened. They go to commercial. 7:50 first period. And it's commercial time. No score between Carolina and Tampa Bay. If you're wondering who has the highest salary on Tampa Bay, it's Nikita Kucherov, the Russian, who's 27. Feeling like Art Donovan doing this. So no score yet, first period, as you can see in the box in the upper right that I have set up for you. And it's been a very interesting game so far. We haven't had any penalties. Maybe that will change. I can always check my phone. Still have the penalties by phone. They're running a commercial for Spectrum, which, by the way, their cable, their internet service is great. Their phone service doesn't keep the scammers away, but their cable could be better. I'll just be polite and put it that way. And as the score changes, I will change this graphic up here in the upper right. See, I could point to it. And during periods, we'll take intermissions. I'll take a break for a few minutes to get refreshed, walk around a little bit, go to the little boy's room. For those of you in chat, my thanks for you to you dropping by. Whoever you may be. We're back to action in the NHL commercial. Oh, still a few Wendy's hamburgers, why don't you? Got a few Carolina fans in attendance making the pilgrimage down from Raleigh, North Carolina. Probably took 95 down to 4-75. And we're about ready to get underway again. Face off. This time Tampa Bay won it. Maybe that will be a good sign. They're in the attacking zone. Quick shot. No goal. And a little bit of struggling, but right in front of the Carolina goalie. Carolina now with possession. Shots are still 8-4 with 7:30 left to go. First period, no score between these two teams. First two games have been rather defensive. And they're struggling for possession of the puck in the neutral zone. As we continue to watch play here develop, and something going on here. 7:02. Got a player behind the goalie. Maybe they were changing lines. They probably were. These Carolina uniforms remind me of Atlanta. Breakaway and no goal. Carolina had a player attack the net. Nothing happened. Tampa Bay with it now. They're trying to chip it forward in the attacking zone, but Carolina with control of it. By the way, when I was saying the shots were 8-4, it was 6-4 because now it is 7-4. So I can't tell the difference between the 6s and the 8s here that NBC uses with their font. Battle behind Vasilevsky on the boards on his right side. Carolina just dumping it into the Tampa Bay zone. Tampa Bay trying to clear and Carolina trying hard to say, And looks like we have an icing against Tampa Bay here. They're showing a replay of 77, which is Victor Hedman, the Swede, almost getting a goal. 37 was right in front of the net, which is Yanni Gorge. And then 23 on the attack, attacking the net for Carolina. 23 real quickly is Brock McGinn. Wonder if he's any relation. My family name is McGinn. So my mother was a McGinn and her family are all McGinns. So Tampa Bay now in the attack. 2-on-2. They're looking for numbers. Going to the left side of the goalie. Now they try to stuff it in front, but no go there. But Tampa Bay gets the rebound. They're going to try to set something up here. 5:45 now left in the first period. And Carolina breaks all that up. They're on the attack now. They're in the Tampa Bay zone. Little pass back, a shot. And Vasilevsky has done a great job with Tampa Bay, saving a lot of potential shots and a lot of potential goals. We're down to 5:20 in the first period. Very tight first period. It was 18 trying to stuff it in front of the Carolina goal. That is not Paquette, but it is Andre Palat. Paquette used to play for Tampa Bay, I'm pretty sure. So we move on through this game. We're about 3/4 done with the first period. And, of course, if we wind up in a tie after 3 periods, we play 20 minutes sudden death overtimes until we have a winner, which I like. I think that's the fairest and the best overtime format during the playoffs for any of the big four sports. I love it. I love the sudden death system. I love that a game could go on forever until somebody scores a goal. We'll be here forever until a team scores a goal. But right now you see it there. First period, no score between Tampa Bay and Carolina. In your mind, have you gone to Carolina yet? NBC is in commercials, as they are wont to do. I picked up, by the way, I'll give you a few notes as my lights flash on and off, which is its wont. And I've talked about that on the meet before. I picked up Ball 4 by Jim Bouton, the classic book about how he went through the 1969 season. One of my favorite books, so now I own that book on Kindle. NBC reminding everybody that in a couple of days they're going to have the Belmont Stakes, but nobody can win the Triple Crown. Medina Spirit might have its Kentucky Derby win taken away. Bob Baffert was suspended by the governing body of horse racing in Kentucky for 2 years, so he cannot enter horses into the Derby. And we're back to play. We have 5:13 left in the first period. We have no score. Shots are now 7 each between Carolina and Tampa Bay. Carolina looking better to my eyes than they did in the first two games. A struggle in front of the net, and Vasilevsky took some heavy fire. And I hear a whistle. I don't know if you could hear it too. And let's see what happened here. They're looking at 13. One shot on goal deflected twice, and it looked like it hit the post. And that was Carolina's doing. And then there was a bit of a struggle in front of the goal, and a follow-up shot that missed the net entirely. Shots are even 7-7, 4:53 now left in the first period. We have no score, as I've been saying. Oh, big hit on the boards, and it went Carolina's way. Behind the Tampa Bay goal, that little alleyway behind the goal. Now Tampa Bay with it into Carolina zone, but they're having trouble keeping it handled. Carolina, a lot of perseverance on defense here. So Tampa Bay tries to go out towards the blue line, gets stolen by Carolina. Now Carolina in the Tampa Bay zone. 4:15 now left first period. Carolina's setting back up, looking like there might be line changes underway as they were stalling a little bit. And action behind the Tampa Bay net again. Carolina keep doing a good job keeping it in their attacking zone. We're now down to 3:45 left first period. And a good shot there for Carolina, and a little bit of a scrap right in front of Javi Bulin. We got 4 players, 2 on each side going at it. I see 81 in there. That is Chernak. And another scrap involving Kucherov, 86. So a little extracurricular activity. Nothing like the old fights of the 70s. Kucherov and Aho, 21 is that? 29 exchanging pleasantries, and they're not very pleasant. And finally, the officials get in and restore order. Looked like Carolina got a couple of good shots in before the whistle. And yeah, it was Chernak that got into it initially with 37 of Carolina. Sheshnikov, I'm gonna guess. And play about to resume. They were showing replays of how the dust-up began. No penalties were called. And shots now 8-7 in favor of Carolina. Tampa Bay with it. Now they push it up the ice. They're into the Carolina zone. Puck nearly got one of the linesmen. And now a struggle behind the Carolina goal. One-timer. Goalie got a hand on it. Or a glove on it. Tampa Bay still in possession. They're feverishly looking for an open shot. And they can't find it. Another save there by Carolina. Shots are still 8-7. I'm sure they're just waiting for a stoppage in play to tabulate that again. Under 3 now left in the first period. We still have no score. Javi Bulin, he just got the puck away before Carolina would have swiped it, and there was a man down near center ice, and we got a big scuffle here. We got a big scuffle here at center ice. Everybody's tied up with somebody. Handful of players on either side. Looked like it was about a 3-on-3 battle. And sticks went down. Looked like they were going to start fighting. And they're looking at Kucherov maybe for a penalty. Kind of hard to tell. Yeah, Kucherov is the first penalty of the game, 86. And we'll see what happened. There was a check by Palat, knocked a Carolina player into the boards, and then Kucherov shoves another Carolina player down. So Kucherov going in for two, and then we had a big old scuffle after the whistle, and Kucherov was involved in that. So Carolina will have the first power play of the game, and then everybody tied up everybody, and then we had a nice little brawl going on. Tampa Bay now up 10-8 on shots. Interference for Kucherov. 22, who was one of the victims of Kucherov, I think, has a. I think he got boarded by Palat. 22 did for Carolina. He comes up and he is holding paper towels to his nose, and I do believe there was a little blood. So now Carolina goes on the firing line, or at least Vasilevsky does. I guess that would be a better observed phrase. And Carolina keeping the puck in possession. 145 on the power play, 2:30 left in the first period. And that's the first clear for Tampa Bay. And Carolina will have to reset. In this series, Carolina, NBC tells me, is 1 for 7 on the power play. During the playoffs, they have been 4 for 19. And by the way, we're going to do some more of these watch-alongs. I want to do a watch-along for the Bucks' first game of the regular season, which will be against Dallas, and that will be September 9. So mark your calendars, and Lord willing, and if the creek doesn't rise, I'll get right on it. We're down to about a minute to go. 1:48 left in 1 minute to go on the power play, and 1:44 on the clock. It's a little less than that now. And again, Tampa Bay clears it. How about a shorthanded goal here? That'd be nice. Oh, Tampa Bay has it. They just dump it into the zone. They just want to chew up some more clock on the power play. Carolina now only with 35 seconds to go on the power play. They're in the attacking zone again now, and Tampa Bay knocks it out. Good job. We're now down to 23, 22, 21 seconds on the power play. Carolina trying to set something up, but Tampa Bay's penalty killing is just too strong. Down to the last 10 seconds of the power play to clear it again, and that probably will kill off any power play hopes. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and yeah, they get a. Tampa Bay gets their man back. We're now down under a minute. About 40 seconds left in the first period, and we still have no score, and we just had our first penalty. Kucherov, interference at 17-17. They're in the neutral zone now. About 30 seconds left to go. Vasilevsky handles the puck behind the goal. But unfortunately, Carolina picks it up. Shots are now 10-8 in favor of Tampa Bay. Or at least on the last uptick from NBC. Under 13 seconds, another shot. Oh, Carolina player goes falling hard. 6 seconds, 5. And we'll watch for any extracurriculars once the time runs off. And we might have some. They were fighting for the puck as the period ends, and both teams just standing around. And yeah, a little bit of sniping, a little bit of smack being talked. But we have played 20 minutes, and we have no score. So I will update my graphics here to the second period. Well, actually, we're in the first intermission, but we will go to the second period here in just a momento. Another 15 minutes. So we'll note that we will be moving into the second period yet. No score. And let's see what has happened with the Boston and the Islanders. Game, by the way, in Vegas was a push, and the over-under on goals scored, 5.5. And I am looking to see what has happened with the Buffalo. No, their series tied at 1 game each. So, folks, I'm going to take a break, and I will be back with you in a few minutes.
slap some paint on this and cover it right up.
But Rocket Mortgage helped me find the home loan option that worked for me, so I could buy a place of my own. Now I don't have a landlord or a leaky ceiling.
When you need to throw in the towel on renting, Rocket can. Rocket.
You got any tape?
Welcome to the Lexus Intermission Report. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
That Johnny was talking about was spectacular by Rask.
We welcome our audience watching Carolina, Tampa Bay tonight. John Forsland, Joe Micheletti, Pierre Maguire, Nassau Coliseum, 1-0 Boston. Game 3, series tied at 1, Eberle. With the Islanders on the power play. Here's Pajot. He'll walk inside of the goal. Beauvillier hurried, and a good play on him by McAvoy. Eberle, side of the goal and back. Pajot all the way around. Barzal. Midpoint Dobson around the clock for Eberle. To the side of the net in front. Beauvillier stopped a dandy by Tuukka Rask.
Joe, this guy's on it. Tuukka Rask has really been on it all game long. He's fighting through screens. You showed that shot chart at the start of the second period. Not as much traffic in the first, but man, oh man, is he stepping up here in the second. And a great job down low. Pajot, the one-toucher out to the slot. And what a reaction by Tuukka Rask, shutting that down on Anthony Beauvillier.
Seconds on the power play. Face-off kicked back by Pajot. Here's Noah Dobson. Around the horn, carried in by Barzal. Shot taken, stopped again by Rask, and he controls the rebound.
And you don't see anything of the net there. When Barzal's coming down, Rask is so positionally aware. Barzal doesn't see
Okay, folks, looking like they're going to come back here in a couple of minutes. No score in the first period between these two teams, fine teams, Tampa Bay. You got to be fine to make it to the last eight. So I wish no ill will against Carolina. We're playing a very competitive series. And Tampa Bay looking for some more riches after winning the Stanley Cup last year. And yeah, looking like we're getting ready to start because I see AJ Malesko. I guess that's how you pronounce her name. I am not sure. So that's what we're going to do in between periods. I'm just going to go be right back. We'll put on a little music. Got the best bumper music on low-tech sports gaming. And I put up all the disclaimers in the credits, so hopefully I don't get tagged or flagged or something like that. Teams change ends now for the second period. Marzak will defend the goal to the left, and Vaz defends the goal to the right. Tampa Bay goes right to left, Carolina left to right. Carolina, if you're watching the game, is in white and Tampa Bay is in blue. Shots were 10-9 in the first period, Tampa Bay's way. And we are underway in the second period. No score. Puck staying in the Carolina zone for a long time. Couple of good shots on Vaz, but Tampa Bay comes away with the puck. Trying to get a short pass, try to get the puck clear to their zone. Good battle for it. And now Tampa Bay with space and momentum. Now they're in the attack zone for Carolina. And yeah, both these teams pushing each other around real good. It got a little feisty in the second half of the first period between these two teams. Kucherov picked up the only penalty for interference. Now Tampa Bay on the attack. Good situation for them, but the Carolina goalie comes out in front of his crease and knocks down the shot with his knees, so it'll be a face-off in the Tampa Bay zone, the attack zone for Tampa Bay. Good end-to-end action despite the score being 0-0. And yeah, they're just showing the replay of what happened in the first 57 seconds of the second period. No score. Tampa Bay won the face-off, or at least they were the beneficiaries of it, as they keep it in their attack zone. Playing a little dump and chase here. Carolina finally gets it and clears it. And they quickly move from defense to offense. See, Mike Emmerich, you're not the only person who could say that. Sorry, Mike. Of course, Mike Emmerich retired last year. Kenny Albert is the lead NBC announcer. Of course, his father, Marv, is retiring from professional basketball after 58 years. His first game was 1963 on the radio. And Carolina player got a one-timer off, but it was nowhere near the goal. Keeping it in front of the blue line, and Tampa Bay is going to be able to clear it. Good defending on each side. Some substitutions being made, line changes. Carolina keeping control of the puck with 2 minutes and 10 seconds gone by in the second period. We have no score. If you don't follow hockey too much, and if you don't find that, I'm here to kind of guide you a little bit. If we are tied after the third period, then they play 20-minute sudden death overtime periods with intermissions until somebody does win. Carolina trying to keep it in Tampa Bay zone, but they're having trouble with it. And play just a little less than intense right now as Tampa Bay, as my cable goes a little fritzy. And if my cable goes a little fritzy, we are in trouble. One-timer for Tampa Bay on a pass, but that was nowhere near the goal. And now Tampa Bay has Holly Bullen pass it to a member of the Tampa Bay Lightning. 16:54 now left, second period. No score between these two fine teams. Carolina just swatting it down the ice, making Tampa Bay work the full length of the ice. As they regroup, I think they're doing a line change. 16:35 now left in the second. I could do anything, I could tell you how much time's left. Now Tampa Bay, looking for that opening. They're in the Carolina zone. They're on the left side of the goalie. Tampa Bay keeping possession of the puck, looking for that open shot. But Carolina playing very good defensively. And no, Tampa Bay was able to keep it in there. And will they finally be able to clear? Yes, they do. I think Tampa Bay had it for a good, 45 seconds to a minute. Now they have the control of the puck back, and they're working their way up the ice into the Carolina zone again. As we look to see, and one of the Tampa Bay players got boarded into the ice. He fell down. And it looks like he is okay, or they would have stopped play. Now Tampa Bay trying the left side on the goalie's right. They move behind the goal. They're looking for a centering pass. In the attacking zone of Carolina again. We're now down to 4:45 already played in this second period. A fast-moving second period. I don't think we've had one stoppage. And a shot on goal went high into the air. Carolina is able to clear it into the neutral zone, but Tampa Bay stops the progress there. Now they're attacking again. No score, but you have the feeling watching this game that the first goal is about to come. Carolina now 2-on-1 in the attacking zone of Tampa Bay. One-timer, and they got a goal. Carolina on the board. 1-0. The Carolina fans at Amalie are whooping it up. Their 12th shot goes in. And it was a high shot. I think it got in the upper left part of the goal. Vasilevsky was defending. Yes, in fact, that's exactly what happened. So it's 1-0, Carolina leading. And I will update the scoring. And we'll tell you who scored the goal in a moment because it'll be on my phone. 22 got the shot off for Carolina. Let me first update the score. And 22 for Carolina is Brett P-E-S-C-E Pesky, I will say. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. So there you go, 1-0. And Tampa Bay will have to climb the mountain a little bit. See, I'll check my phone and see. Yes, it came 5:15 into the second period. Brett Pesky, P-E-S-C-E or Pesky, got the goal. You talking to me? And it's 1-0 Tampa Bay, now trailing. Sometimes your team doesn't win. Right now they're not leading, and now Tampa Bay trying to get they're behind the net and they're trying to get around this one pesky defender for Carolina. Did say right before the goal was scored, I had a feeling we were going to have a goal real quick. They've gone to commercial break on NBC. It is 1-0 in favor of Carolina, as you see there. You just missed it. Brett Pesky, or Pesci. Thinking of Joe Pesci, the actor, the guy from Raging Bull and Casino. Take this stiff and shove it up your bleep bleep. He's playing Tony the Ant Spilatro on Casino. What a great role he had in that movie. And De Niro was great in that movie too. And we have a whistle. They just came back from break. Pesci got a fist pump from a couple of members of his team, and now they go to a full commercial break with Carolina leading 1-0 in the second period. Had a feeling somebody was going to get a goal rather quickly, and sure enough, you just had the feeling watching it that this was not going to stay a scoreless game forever and ever. So folks, I'll take this opportunity. This is Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims channel. Usually I handle simulated worlds like Franchise Hockey Manager and Action PC Football. I do the HTFL. I do Grand Slam Wrestling using Wrestling's Finest. I do Glory Days Boxing. I have Big Pauly's Fight Night with that. And we usually do simulated events on this channel. But I thought I would give it is successful. We'll probably do it again at some point in the future. And if you like me trying to call a hockey game, you'll love what I do with OOTP. I use OOTP baseball. If you ever watch the OO or listen to the OOTP Now podcast that is done every week. Rich Grisham does it. My mind drew a blank there for a moment. Tomorrow I won't be doing a video tomorrow because I'll be working on Grand Slam Saturday and trying to get that finalized and up for you 7 o'clock Saturday. After Grand Slam Saturday, we will probably do a couple of middleweight fights on Big Pauly's Fight Night. And they're showing the goal again. Yeah, top shelf, left side. Vaz got beat, and he doesn't get beat all the time. One of the best goalies in pro hockey. And we're underway just outside the Tampa Bay blue line. Gets dumped into their attack zone. Carolina with it, and they'll clear it out. We're now down to 6:33 gone by in the second period. That was the first goal in 228 minutes and 20 seconds of ice time that Tampa Bay has allowed 5-on-5. Both teams were at even strength when that goal came. So might be Carolina's night. Carolina won the Central Division, such as it was this year, with everybody playing totally within their division due to COVID. Tampa Bay and Carolina have only played 7 other teams. So when we get to the semifinal round of the Stanley Cup, that'll be interesting because the two pairings have not played each other all year. We had a stoppage in play. Did not catch why because I was too busy talking to y'all. And they're about to drop the puck here, and the linesman saying something or other to the two combatants. Tampa Bay keeps it in the zone, and they get one shot on goal. Shots are now 13 even in this game. About a third of the way through the second period. Tampa Bay coordinating, trying to get something set up, and no, Tampa Bay keeps it in. Carolina tried to dump it out, but it failed. Carolina with it now. And looks like, yes, they will now be able to clear it out of their zone, and Tampa Bay will have to regroup. Hope you all are doing well wherever you're seeing this from, whenever you're seeing this from. And now Tampa Bay with it. And if this doesn't work, I won't do it anymore. I guess this could be a count and description. They got another goal. Carolina got another goal. And they got a breakaway. 2-0 Carolina. Wow. And this was 20 who scored for Carolina. And that would be Sebastian Ano. So how do you like that? So we will update the score. That was a clear goal. They got a breakaway. And yeah, it went right through the 5-hole of Vasilevsky. Nothing he could do. Just got it right between his legs. And we are at 2-0 Carolina. Still a long way to go in the game, but things have taken an awful turn here if you're a Lightning fan. So they scored on their 12th shot. Now they have scored on their 14th. 2-0 Carolina leading. Tampa Bay. Get mad, you guys. Come on. They attacked the goal. Oh, we had a big old scuffle right in front of the Carolina goal. And they're going to call a penalty, I think, against Carolina. As Palat was just thrown like a rag doll right into the Carolina goalie or thereabouts. And it's going to be 20. Ano, who scored the goal, is going to be sent off for a couple of minutes. Palat was fighting for it, and Ano just shoves him right into the goalie, which is kind of dangerous. Say this in FHM all the time. It's kind of odd how whenever there's a goal scored, there seems to be a penalty that comes right along behind it. So Point and Kucherov lined up on the right side of the faceoff circle, right in front of the goal, about maybe 15, 20 feet back. Slap shot by Kucherov, I believe, and that does not go. And Tampa Bay has to circle back. And yeah, they're back in their own zone now. Minute 44 left in the power play, 11:40 now left in the second. They are 1 for 5 in the series on power plays, 8 for 20 in the playoffs. They got to find the open man and make something happen here badly because they're down 2. Next goal here is going to be key. Tampa Bay trying to work it. They're behind the goal. And can he keep it in the zone? They are still there. Cross ice pass. Looking for something in the center, and they get a goal! Tampa Bay on the board. That was... I did not catch who it was, but Tampa Bay is right back in the game, and the foghorns are going off at Amalie Arena. 2-1. It was 21 who scored for Tampa Bay. 21 would be Braden Point. Nice goal, Braden. And my chat is all abuzz about somebody with Robux. Okay, Robux. Let's take care of you here real fast. Forgive me a moment, folks, as I take care of a idiot. And you might hear me talking again. Showing up on my chat, and it's not showing up on when I go to YouTube. Okay. Always gotta be somebody, right? I'll get back to the game in a moment, folks. Alright. He is taken care of. Now I can get back to the game. I hope I didn't miss something. Almost at the midway point of the second. Carolina on the attack. By the way, that killed off the power play. And it's 2-1 in favor of Carolina. Thank you, Michael Butler, and welcome to the chat. 9:50 now left in the second. And it's 2-1. Kind of wonder how long that guy was just lying in wait to unleash his little spam there. What was this character's name? I got Robux. Well, that's up to you. I don't even know what Robux is. 9:48 left, second period. Could Tampa Bay now get the equalizing goal? Shots are now 17-15 in favor of Tampa Bay. So my scoreboard's getting a bit of a workout, if anything. And somebody else is chatting at me. Next stoppage in play, I'll look at it. Tampa Bay trying to set something up in front of the goal. And they keep it in the zone, attack zone of Carolina. We're down to 9:11 left in the second period. A lot of traffic in front of the goalie. Tampa Bay keeping it in the zone. Almost got a goal there. And both teams struggling for possession. Tampa Bay will get it. Trying to set something up in front of the goal. Still trying to set something up in front of the goal. Struggle in front of the goal, and play is stopped. Not as long as myself. Thank you very much, Michael. So we have a game again. It's 2-1 after Carolina got the first two goals. Braden Point got the last goal of the game for Tampa Bay. Braden Point, in case you were curious, well, I'm going to have to call up the Tampa Bay page again, so just hang on a moment. Braden Point is 24. He's Canadian, born March 13, 1996. Selected by Tampa Bay in the 2014 draft, 79th pick in the third round. And a summary on Braden: 23 goals, 25 assists, and 48 points. We should be getting back to the game here in a minute. Hello, Luke! Hello, Luke Brown. Think they could win the cup again this year? I don't know. I'm just enjoying the ride. The only team I'm expecting big things out of is the Buccaneers. Because I think the Buccaneers are built to probably win 15, 16 games this year. Of course, they play 17 now. I think they're going to be a very tough out for anybody in the NFL. With the Rays lost their two starting pitchers and they're leading the AL East. They just beat the Yankees today. Tampa Bay, I don't know. See, when we get out of the divisional rounds of the playoffs, there's a lot of unknowns. I think Tampa Bay would get the Eastern champion, which would either be Boston or the others. They haven't played all year. So how could you judge the talent when all they have done all year is just play the teams in their own division? I think that's going to be a real... If you're a handicapper in Vegas, that's got to be a real rough deal to figure out who's going to win a series when we get to the semifinal level or not. They're showing the replay of the dirty play that's been going on in the game. And yes, Tampa Bay initiated some of that. I'm not going to deny it. Face off to the left side of the Carolina goalie, and Braden Point being excused from the face-off circle. And so bring somebody else in, so they bring in Palat, 18. And Carolina wins the face-off, and they clear their own zone. Next goal here will be key, because either Tampa Bay will tie it or Carolina will go up 2 again. And now it's in the Tampa Bay zone, and Carolina with possession, but they can't. Now Tampa Bay with possession, and they're struggling to clear it. They do, and Carolina now could go on the attack. They're on the left of Vasilevsky, and the player controlling the puck for Carolina fell down, scuffling a little bit with one of the Tampa Bay players. Tampa Bay with the puck now. They lose it. Carolina dumps it back into the attacking zone of Tampa Bay. We have 7:57 left in the second period. Now we do. And it's 2-1, Carolina leading. And a little pushing and a shoving by the Tampa Bay boards on the right side. They let it go. Tampa Bay has it. Now they try to work the puck in. And Carolina, after one shot, clears it. And now they have 2-on-2. And they try a long shot at Vaz. Vaz, with a glove save, catches it at about the midriff section of his body. And they're showing a comparison between the defenseman from Game 2, where Victor Hedman was on the ice for 2 minutes. 2 minutes longer and had 13 more shifts. That's SHIFTS. Thank you very much. And hard to tell what they're saying, what they're saying without actually hearing the audio. Hedman in there for the face-off for Tampa Bay, controlled by Carolina. And we got about a little over 7 minutes now left, second period. Who will get the next goal? If there's a next goal, that's going to be the critical point. Tampa Bay and two Carolina players giving a chase back to the attacking zone of the Lightning. They're on the left side of the goalie, almost at a 90-degree angle. Tampa Bay keeps it in the zone. Nice little hand grab there by one of the members of the Lightning, which was 77, Victor Hedman. And we have a play stoppage. Oh, we got a little scrap. We got two members of the Lightning and two members of Carolina going at it. Takes seconds. Oh! One of the members of Carolina, number 11, just took a member of the Lightning and just dragged them down. Well, that's got to be a penalty. Just pushed them down. Maybe a little bit of thespianship by the member of the Lightning, but he fell like a sack of potatoes. And let's see here. They're showing replays of the current action. Sad to see not many fans at the Rays game, though. Yeah, but they've only let about 9,000 fans in because of the COVID. They're letting more in when they come back and play some home games in June. I think they play Washington and Baltimore in about a week. They're going to play Texas now. I just think it was COVID rules. Brindamore is the coach of the Hurricanes, is bitching to the officials. I was just talking to a coworker today about what it would be like to be a Tampa Bay resident at this time. So many good teams. Yeah, it's a golden age for Tampa Bay sports. And let's see here. Got an official over at the Tampa Bay bench saying something like, knock it off. John Cooper wearing his COVID mask. And after all of that, no penalties were called. They dropped the puck just in front of the Carolina attacking blue line, and it's now at the Tampa Bay zone. Couple of quick shots here by Tampa Bay, trying to get the puck loose and trying to get a shot on goal. A nice little scrum. You got about 6-7 players that have now fallen down. Tampa Bay still with possession as my cable goes. Mishpuka again. Shot on goal. And Carolina clears. Now they're on the attack, going for a counterattack, and they couldn't get the centering pass worked right. Now they tried another pass in, but this time Tampa Bay scooped it up. We have 5:55 now left, second period, a 2-1 Carolina lead. Boston and New York are still 1-0 going, and they are in the third period. Just started the third period. They just flashed that up in the upper left of the screen on USA. Whoever has possession doesn't hold it long now. Tampa Bay has it in the attacking zone. A shot. Nice save by the Carolina goalie, Marzik. And play is stopped. It's good times, Luke, in terms of living here in Tampa Bay. But, you also got the COVID going on. COVID is not over. I was just watching a friend of mine, her daughter, was graduating one of the local high schools, and they're all still wearing the masks, even though this is the first time since COVID that they've had the graduation. They have a lot of graduations at Tropicana Field, by the way, for the Rays Field, and my alma mater, Largo High, just had their graduation there a couple of days ago, and my friend's daughter goes to Dunedin, and she just graduated tonight, and I was able to see her graduate. So, it's still good. It's still good, looking like we're going to recover and get back to life to normal. But, I think everybody is still struggling in terms of how it's going to look when we get back to normal. I know the NFL is hoping to have all the stadiums at full capacity when the season gets started in September 9th. And I'm hoping to do this again when, at least for the Bucks-Cowboys opener, I want to do this again and just chat with you all. I'm not showing the game. Navy Credit, they're showing a commercial for the Navy Federal Credit Union, and now they're promoting the other games. The player who got that cheap shot in for Winnipeg just got suspended 4 games. Forget the fellow's name already. I was looking at that this morning, and they just broke the news during the intermission that he got a 4-game suspension, and they had to cart off that Montreal player in a stretcher. So yeah, the punishment kind of fit the crime. So we're back to action. Tampa Bay trying to keep it in their zone. They do. Trying to set up something here where they get a goal. And a couple of shots. Shots are now 21-17 in favor of Tampa Bay, but it's not showing up on the scoreboard, at least in terms of goals. Carolina with it now. They push it up the ice, and will this be icing? Oh, a check there by one of the Carolina players. Now Tampa Bay back with it. They're at about mid-ice. And okay, Tampa Bay moves it into the zone, but they were shorthanded. There was about 1-on-2, and they just stopped play. Didn't catch what happened exactly. Mr. C has almost gone in my area. Only a few cases a week, if any. Yeah, that's the news I hope we keep hearing. I haven't gotten my shot yet. I'm just kind of in the wait and see mode. If things continue to improve, I might do it in a couple of weeks or so. So Tampa Bay with it in their attacking zone. Some scuffles on the boards. And one of the Tampa Bay players fell, who was 20-something or other. Some arguing going on with the officials. A couple of the Lightning players arguing. Let's see what happened here. Victor Hedman took a good shot. And I guess he thought he was playing highlight for a little bit because he handled the puck, and he's laughing it off. So they're just outside. Oh, we got a scuffle right to the, I guess it would be the left of where they were dropping the puck behind the Tampa Bay blue line. An official gets in there, breaks it up, and says, "Hey guys, wait till the whistle and then settle it up." Tampa Bay gets the face off. Now they move into the attacking zone. 4:30 now left in the control of the puck, and Carolina wins the battle. They're in their own defensive zone. They're still fighting for it in the defensive zone. Now Tampa Bay keeps it. And are we going to have a penalty here? And we had a little push and shove. It's getting a little feisty between these two teams, which is kind of like how I like it. Could be a penalty being called here. 78 of Carolina got into it with 20, which is Blake Coleman, and it's going to be a 2-minute penalty. 2-minute penalty here, I'm thinking. Schedule 76 called for hooking. So Tampa Bay will get the power play for 2 minutes, and they just got a power play goal earlier in this second period. We have 4:08 left. So they will go 5-on-4 for 2 minutes or less if they score a goal, and a little bit of false starting on the face-off. And maybe they'll drop the puck one of these days. And it looked like it was controlled by Tampa Bay as the cable again goes a little crazy on me. Thank you, Spectrum Cable. And Tampa Bay with it. They change lines. They push it up the ice from their own defensive zone. Now they're in the attacking zone. Looking for that open man. They get it. A goal. 2-2. It's Killorn who scores it. Alex Killorn. And Tampa Bay has made it an even score. 2-2. Point blank shot. Finds the net. And we have a brand new hockey game. So I had the score wrong all this time. It was 2-1. Now I have Labs OBS, and sometimes what you see in the preview you think is what's being shown live, and that is not the case. So it's 2-2. Emily Arena's got to be rocking right now. And there's the goal. It's 2-all. And play has resumed after the goal. Carolina going to try to get one right back. They're in the attacking zone. Avi Bullen looked like he was in distress, but the puck went to the right side of him. Carolina still with it in the Tampa Bay attacking zone. And Tampa Bay clears. Both teams are at even strength now with the power play no longer in effect after the goal was scored. And it's 2-2. Teams changing lines, I would think, with 3:05 left to go in the second period. So now the score in the upper right is correct. Sorry about that, folks. One of the things happens when you stream. You look at the wrong monitor. Both of Tampa Bay, Carolina's goals have been at 5-on-5. We have 2:34 left to go. A lot of good pushing and shoving, some hard hitting going on right now, as it seems this game has been ramped up to a new level. We have Tampa Bay trailing 2-0 and now even at 2-2. Tampa Bay with it behind their own net. In the defending zone, they're looking to attack. And Carolina winds up with the puck. We're down to 2:05 now left in the second. Shots are 23-17. Tampa Bay's been getting a lot of shots as of late. Under 2. Carolina pushing it up. Cross ice pass, and it does not find successfully a Carolina player. Tampa Bay will try to clear their own zone. They're having trouble. A little 2-on-2 chase going on here. And Tampa Bay still having trouble clearing the zone. They finally do. 2 tie. Which, of course, in playoff hockey cannot stay that way. Of course, it's been a long time since NHL hockey has allowed ties, because you always have the shootout in the regular season, which sucks. And they're in the neutral zone now. We're under a minute left in the second period. We'll take a break, have a musical interlude, and then I'll be with you for the third. Carolina now a couple of point-blank shots, which Vasilevsky gets to. And I heard the whistle, and some more scuffling right in front of Vaz. And that was 98. Sergachev enforcing for Tampa Bay. Some good hitting in these last few minutes. And to 40 seconds exactly in the second as my cable once again goes on the fritz. They drop the puck, and off we go. Tampa Bay trying to clear their own zone. They do. It's in the neutral zone, but Carolina just bats it right back into their attacking zone. Tampa Bay with some nifty passes, and they're in the neutral zone. They dump it into the attack zone. And let's see what happens here. Oh! Quick wrist shot by a member of the Lightning, which didn't seem to trouble anybody. Shots are now 23-18. Last 12 seconds or so of the second period. Now down to about 5. And looks like we will have intermission without any further incident. But let's just check something here, as a couple of players were close together from either team. They're broken up. We go to the third period with the score tied 2-2. NBC is going to look in favor of Boston. So we'll quickly recap what happened. It was 2-0. Carolina got 2 quick goals. Then points scored to make it 2-1. And Killorn at 16-18 of the second period scored a goal. And we are tied 2-2. So I will take a break for a little bit, guys. I will be back when the action resumes. Okay, folks, we're back. Getting ready for the third period. Let me just turn your volume down a little bit. Getting ready for period number 3. Let me first fix the graphic. Hope you all enjoyed the music. And off they go. Just starting. We're in the first 15 seconds of the third period. If you missed it earlier, Carolina in white, Tampa Bay in blue. Tampa Bay now going towards the right goal, and Carolina will go to the left. They'll switch ends if we go overtime, which is possible at this point, with the score tied 2-2. Okay, I think I'm bleeding through with the volume a little bit, so let me fix that. And come up here. Okay, now everything should be fixed. It's in the attacking zone of Tampa Bay's. We have just started the third period. In case you were watching during the intermission, the Islanders tied the game at Nassau Coliseum with the Bruins. It's 1-1 late in the third period if they have not already ended the third period. And let me just see here. Nope. Looks like they're still going on NBCSN as the third period starts here. Thought they had moved away from Nassau Coliseum. I'm surprised to see it's still in use. They renovated it a few years, and I can get away with saying that because my parents are from New York. So they are 1-1 with a minute to go in the third at Uniondale, New York. And not a lot going on. Stoppage of play with a minute 53 in this game between Carolina and Tampa Bay, which is now dead even at 2 goals apiece, each team scoring twice. Carolina got the first 2 goals, and Tampa Bay got goals number 3 and 4. They were showing during the intermission of the Lightning game how live the Islanders scoring the goal to equalize that game. And we are 20, I think it's 25-18 on shots right now in favor of Tampa Bay. That would be consistent to where it was at the end of the second period. Tampa Bay in the defensive zone, working the puck, allowing a line change to take place. Carolina with it now. They go around behind their own goalie. Now they're attacking. So maybe they did a line change. They're scrapping for the puck. It's in the Tampa Bay zone. Behind and to the left of Vasilevsky is where it was. Now they're right behind it. Vaz, with a quick turnover there. Now a struggle about 30 feet in front of the Carolina goalie. As play continues on, 16:56 to go in the third, 2-2. We go to a 20-minute overtime period, and we keep playing 20-minute overtime periods if we are tied after 3. And we play till the first team scores. A lot of play right in front of the Carolina goal. Carolina finally clears the puck into Tampa Bay's defensive zone, and both teams regroup. 3.5 gone by already in the third period. It looks like Boston and New York will go to overtime, and we'll keep you posted on that game. Nope, they have not gone to overtime yet because I have not seen the update on the score app. Now they're behind a Tampa Bay goal. Heavy traffic. Tampa Bay trying to clear it out of their own zone. They're having all kinds of trouble. Tampa Bay with it. Now Carolina with it. They try to push it up the ice again from the neutral zone. Attacking situation there, but the centering pass just outside the stick of the man they had receiving the centering pass. And possession. Tampa Bay needs a clear, and they need one almost urgently now. Carolina getting some quality shots. Shots are now 26-18 in favor of Tampa Bay. And finally, we have a stoppage of play for icing. Hope you all enjoyed the music. Luke Brown did. Luke Brown enjoyed the music that was going on between periods. That's usually my countdown music, but I thought, hey, I'm calling this game, so I need a break too, just like the announcers for NBC get. So I can have my water and have my favorite little candy is Raisinets, in case you were all wondering. Now Tampa Bay attacking again. Now they're out in the neutral zone, kind of a struggle for it right now. 15-15 now left, 15-10 actually now left in the third. Carolina with it in their own zone, looking to clear it. They do. Now Carolina attacking. They try a wrist shot on Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky with the glove save, and they stop play on NBCSN or whatever network it's airing in Canada. I don't think games air on CBC anymore, do they? Hockey games? Maybe if you got Canadian teams involved. Basketball world, Anthony Davis will start Game 6 after missing Game 5 of a strained groin. Well, maybe they wouldn't have strained groins if they weren't hitting each other in the groins all that much. Every time I turn around, there's a flagrant foul being called in the NBA because one player struck another player in the groin. Well, back to the game. Carolina in their own end with the puck. They're controlling it. Tampa Bay looking for that steal that would instantly put them on the attack. They dump it down, and it will be icing called as they take one of those I hate the in-game commercials. They're showing a commercial for Mass Mutual now. I know these businesses should do commerce, but I hate how they intersperse the commercials within the game now. I think that's terrible. That's terrible, as somebody would say. So now Tampa Bay with a face-off in their attacking zone, but Carolina scoops it up, and they can't clear it, and we'll have another face-off with a score 2-2 at 5:40 into the third period. Hoping this game gets resolved in the next 20 minutes of playing time, but if not, we will be here for however many overtimes it takes. So you could see me grow a beard if it takes too long. 14 minutes, 17 seconds left in the third, a 2-2 tie. Carolina pushing it up the ice. They're in the neutral zone. Now they're in the attacking zone, but Tampa Bay with possession of it now. They dump it into their attack zone and try to chase it. And one of the Lightning players heavily guarded by 24 of Carolina, now 44 with it for Tampa Bay, and his shot on goal misses. Shots are now 27-18 in favor of the Bolts. They're going to try another shot here, and that was deflected out in front. Carolina with it. Tampa Bay with it again, and have left to go in the third. We're dead even at 2 goals apiece. Victor Hedman with it behind the Tampa Bay goal, and Vasilevsky. Hobby Bullen was their goalie a few years ago. Okay, 3-on-2. More players down the ice. Tampa Bay trying to find it. And Carolina will clear it out of their zone. Tampa Bay with it now in their own zone. They're trying to push it up, trying to find that perfect pass. Now Tampa Bay on the attack. They're on the left side of the goalie, maybe about 50 feet out. Now they're on the right side. And a little dust up on the boards there on the left side. I would say maybe about 20 feet out of goal. And we have icing called against Carolina as they were just trying to clear it and try to relieve some of the offensive pressure Tampa Bay was putting on. They're showing replays here. 21 put a good check. Braden Point, and then he went right to where the Carolina player was and pushed him down again. Okay. So Carolina with it now after the face-off. 12-20. Carolina dumping and chasing, and Tampa Bay clearing. Puck is now at the Tampa Bay defensive zone. Carolina, they can grab a hold of the puck here. They're kind of short-handed right now. No, not a power play. I'm just saying right now, the manpower isn't there for them to go on the attack. Now Tampa Bay attacking in the Carolina zone. They're looking for a centering pass. And the player with the Tampa Bay who had the puck fell down. Might have been checked by the Carolina. And it's out of their zone, so Tampa Bay will have to bring all of their skaters back behind the blue line, and Carolina can reset and teams can change lines. 11:35 now left in the third. I'm pretty sure, I haven't heard any word about Boston and the Islanders that they might have gone to overtime or are about to. Left in the third. Okay. Must be a hell of a stoppage. Maybe they had a big old fight in that game. And stoppage in play. Tampa Bay on the attack when play was halted. They go to commercial. It's 2-2. Yeah, it looks like this. It's taken a long time to get to the end of the third period in that Boston Islander game. Their series is even at a goal apiece. So hello to all of you in chat. Been doing this since 8 o'clock, and we will keep doing this until the game ends between Tampa Bay and Carolina. Tampa Bay wins. They're in great shape in terms of the series. They'd be up three games to nothing. And if Carolina wins, they're right back at it at 2-1. The fourth game will be 4 o'clock on Saturday. No, I will not be doing a watch along for that. I'm just doing it on a Thursday night because this is usually when I do my meat show. And we play themselves out, and that's what we're doing tonight with this Tampa Bay and Carolina Game 3 of the Central Division Finals. And I think Tampa Bay would get the Eastern Division champ, which is why what's happening in Long Island is kind of important right now. When we're waiting for play to resume in this third period, they are still in commercial, and now they have come out of commercial, promoting a golf event, the U.S. Open, from Torrey Pines in San Diego, June 17th to 20th, right there on NBC. No Tiger Woods, of course, because of his accident a few months ago. We wish Tiger. And they're about to resume at Amalie Arena. 13,000 fans there. Their capacity is normally 21,500, but they have upgraded the COVID restrictions so more fans can enter the game. And that'll be also true for the Tampa Bay Rays when they come back home June 8th, when they play the Washington Nationals and then Baltimore after that. So a 2-2 tie. Carolina with it in their defending zone. They're pushing it up, and it's just dump and chase right now for Carolina. Tampa seems to be getting the better lion's share of the shots. Now they move it up the ice into the Carolina zone. See if they could get something set up here. And a little bit of a jostling on the boards. And they lose the zone, and now they have to regroup, so maybe they change lines. We're now down to 10:17 left in the third period. It is 2-2. Series is 2-0 Tampa Bay's lead. In the attacking zone of Tampa Bay. And now Carolina in the Tampa Bay attacking zone. A shot goes wide, and we have a stoppage of play. Shots are now 29-19, it looks like, in favor of Tampa Bay. 10:01 left in the third. Don't know who you got in terms of who's going to win the U.S. Open at Torrey Pines. That'll be next weekend. NBC got the rights back to the U.S. Open. I really didn't enjoy it. Midway point through the third period now, we have 9:48 left. Carolina trying to get something going. They attack the ice, but Tampa Bay swipes up the puck. They push it up, and they cannot keep it in their zone. Carolina now going in on a counter, and they're struggling with it behind Vasilevsky, and Tampa Bay comes up with it, but can they clear the zone? They cannot. And they go for Carolina went for a quick centering pass, but it did not score. And now Tampa Bay with it. They move into the attacking zone. 9:09 left in the third. Good shot there on one of the Carolina players. Good little check into the boards. That's what we like to see. Carolina with it now in the attacking zone. They're trying to set something up, trying to use that zone to their advantage in the length of it. And a shot blocked, and now Tampa Bay with it. Tampa Bay will quickly go on the attack. They're trying a little dump and chase, and Carolina came up with it. Can they clear their own zone? Yes, they can. Now they go on a counterattack. Good end-to-end hockey right now with 8:30 left in the third. It's 2-2. And we'll see what happens as play moves on. It's Carolina with it. They're retreating a little bit, just trying to get a line change in with 8:10 to go in the third. And Tampa clears. Let's see if they can get something going. Yeah, they enter the attacking zone. The puck was the first to cross, but Carolina quickly scoops it up and they clear. Now they can attack. They're in the attacking zone. Shots are still 28-18, I am guessing, as my cable kind of fades in and out here a little bit. Thank you very much, Spectrum Cable. Maybe one of these days you'll provide a consistent service, and we have a stoppage in play. Their internet is good. Their phone is good. I wish they would stop the people from spamming us all the time. Assert a little authority there. But the TV service here is not all that good. They have a stoppage of play, and it's 2-2. As you see right up here, where my finger is, my index finger. Thank you very much. I'm not going to shoot you all the bird. So it's 2-2. What kind of name is that for a dog? In Long Island. So if this game ends, they will everybody will be watching that Islander game, except yours truly. I will be face down in bed. Almost ready to resume. So we haven't had a goal since Tampa Bay equalized it on a power play, and they come back showing how Tampa Bay is very, very good on the power play. How they play that little game in hockey called tic-tac-toe. Kucherov, 2 power play points tonight. Crowd getting a little excited at Amalie Arena. Downtown Tampa, fan holding up a sign, "Let's go Bolts," thunder sticks and glow sticks of all kinds. Tampa Bay tries to win a very critical playoff game here, even with Tampa Bay holding a 2-0 lead. Wouldn't it be nice if it was 3-0 and then they could just go for the throat come Saturday? Carolina on the attack. Oh, they got a one-on-one with a goalie, Vasilevsky, but Vasilevsky stoned it. Now 30 shots to 18 in favor. It should be 19 in favor of Carolina after that. Another shot on goal. Vaz saves that. And we're down to 6:46 left now in the third period. Who will get the goal? 6:37 to Tampa Bay, but Tampa Bay gets it right back. They dump and chase. And Carolina with possession, but Tampa gets it right back. But now Carolina able to clear it from their own zone. They're showing a promo for the Tokyo Olympics. I don't know if that's going to go off in a couple of months. We'll see. About a month and a half from now, there's still some doubt whether or not they might have to cancel due to COVID. And let's see, Tampa Bay in the attacking zone, but it's cleared. And they'll just have to reboot here. 2 hours and 42 minutes we've been online. 5 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in this regulation period, last regulation period, and they're just stalled. Whoever was handling the puck for Tampa Bay held it several seconds. Nifty move by one of the Carolina players. Shot on goal, saved by Vaz. Tampa Bay behind their own net, and now they clear their zone. 5:10 left. Dump and chase, and it's going to be icing against Tampa Bay. So that stops play. A little over 5 minutes to go in the third. And we may have overtime at the way this is looking. Good shot on goal by 21 of Carolina. And let's give him credit. That is Nino Niederreiter. And we're back to live action. 5 minutes left in the third. A 2-2 tie. Carolina has numbers. They try another shot on goal on Vaz. That's saved. So Carolina getting a flurry of shots. And I don't mean Theo. Struggle for it at neutral ice. And we have a stoppage of play at 4:41 left to go in the third period. Shots are now 30-22 in favor of Tampa. And they go to another commercial. Well, are you enjoying this game or what? It's been exciting. It's a 2-2 tie. And we are just waiting to take another pause before we go to overtime. And they are in a commercial break. It's never Mass Mutual commercial. Okay. So, wondering who will get the go-ahead goal, and whether or not we get it in the third or we get it in overtime. Those are the questions right now. We'll see who has the answers. Okay, folks. And we're back. 2-2 tie. Still 4:41 left in the third period. Rajek, 28 saves tonight for Carolina. They're showing that graphic right now. And they're now showing the other goalie who wears 39. And play about to resume in this game. And there we go. Tampa Bay with it in their own zone. They're trying to make something happen here. Now they're in the neutral. Now they're in the attacking. Wrist shot by one of the members of the Lightning does not find a lead. So now the question is, will the other series be 2-1? And that would happen if Carolina won. 4 minutes, 3 seconds left. They just flashed that on the NBC screen. Boston getting a goal quick in overtime. And when we have a stoppage of play, we'll tell you what happened there. And Carolina just got a couple of shots in. Now they're back in their own neutral zone. It was Brand Marchand, getting a goal, 3:36 into overtime. Boston, who was minus 150, got the game winner. And if you bet the under, you collect because the over-under on the game was 5 goals. So back to Tampa Bay trying to clear their own zone, but Carolina keeps control of it in the neutral. They shoot one around the boards. Vasilevsky picks it up, and a mishandle there. And Carolina winds up with it. They take a shot on goal, just a shot in the dark. It doesn't find the mark. Carolina attacking. 3 minutes to go. One-timer, nowhere near the goal. Shots are now 30-22 in favor of Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay now on the attack. They would like that go-ahead goal right now, too, if you please. They're on the left side of the goalie, about 20 feet out. Now they move behind the goal. Now they're back out in front of the blue line with 2:35 to go. And a little bit of a confusion in front of the Carolina goal. Tampa Bay keeps possession. And Carolina finally gets it. Can they clear the zone? They can. 2:17 left in regulation. We are looking at possible Tampa Bay with it. They're behind the Carolina goal in the attacking zone. They keep it in the attacking zone. Some good passing. And Carolina clears it. Tampa Bay will have to regroup. Now Carolina will have a breakaway situation. But the player for Carolina goes to the right of Javi Bullen, just couldn't get centered. So Carolina brings it back out after Tampa Bay swats it out of the zone. 1:40 to go now in the third. Tampa Bay with it now. They try to move it up ice. And we have icing. I think we have icing on Carolina. Well, wait a minute. All kinds of discussion going on now. It would be icing strenuously, and they got to it before it got to the goal line. So no, that should not be an icing call against Tampa. They're showing the replay here. Cooper really squealing at the officials, and now Rod Brindamore getting in it with him over this icing call. And we keep play going, and they did a face-off from center ice. We're down to 1:23. Sure, Carolina was protesting the fact that they dropped the puck at center ice on the disputed call. Now Tampa Bay trying to push it up. We're down to 1:10. Oh, that could be a penalty. And it is. It's a penalty against Carolina. So Tampa Bay, with the last 1:08, is going to be on the power play, I do believe. Crowded Amalie Arena going nuts. They were going for the puck, and it looked like, one of the players for the Lightning, 17, was slashed by 19 of Carolina. That was Alex Killorn getting tripped up by Dougie Hamilton. Teach me how to Dougie. Well, maybe not from you. So Tampa Bay goes on a power play. Now, this in playoff hockey you didn't usually see up until, maybe about a decade or two ago. Hamilton tripping, 1852. Usually the officials would just keep the whistles in their pockets. So now Tampa Bay can get a goal here in the last 1:08, and they'll have a power play for 52 seconds of overtime here and now. Under a minute to go in the third. Struggle for it on the left side of the Carolina goalie. Carolina is going to clear the puck. And they might try something here. They might try a shorthanded goal attempt. And it does not succeed. Carolina still with the puck. They backed up. And with 35 seconds left in regulation, Tampa Bay has time for maybe 2 more pushes, if not 1. They try to work the puck with 25 seconds to go. Now down to 20 seconds. They're still trying to work for the open man. 15 seconds to go. Still working. Looked like a shot was saved. Down to 7 seconds. Couple more chances at it, and we had a stoppage in play right in front of the Carolina goalie. A little scuffling going on. And Tampa Bay will probably get one more crack at it with 3.1 left to go in the third. Got all kinds of shots in. Now they'll still have a power play for under a minute to start overtime if we get that far. And they were grilling the Carolina goalie with a whole bunch of shots. Shots are now 30-23 in favor of Tampa Bay. So still a chance Tampa Bay could score quickly and avoid overtime, but I'm thinking it's going to go that way. Are now, well, they just lost the graphic. So we're going to play a little more. And Tampa Bay will have a power play to start overtime. Of course, the only time there was overtime with the Lightning this playoff season, they lost a game 6-5 to the Florida Panthers when they had a 2-0 series lead, kind of like what Tampa Bay has now. So we will play 20 minutes more, and well, we'll play until the next goal is scored. How about that? So, before I take my break for overtime, I will tell you this is the Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims channel. I am Big Pauly coming to you. And we have just completed the third period, a 2-2 tie between Tampa Bay and Carolina, the Hurricanes, who used to be the Hartford Whalers. And this is the third game of the series, and as you see there, Tampa Bay leads 2-0. It'll either be 3-0 or 2-1 at the end of this game. We do some stuff that simulated stuff during the course of the week. Tomorrow I'm going to get the Grand Slam Wrestling Saturday, Grand Slam Saturday, all ready to go for air at 7 o'clock on Saturday night, and then we'll do some fights, some Glory Days boxing after that, about 8 o'clock or so. Then on Sunday I do OOTP Perfect Team, and I'll do the coach up with Big Pauly sometime during the week. Franchise Hockey Manager 7. I also do, and on Tuesdays as of late, I have been doing random acts of OOTP. Come next week, I just wanted to do this little special here because it's a special occasion here in Tampa when, you know, it's Thursday night and you got a playoff game to cover, playoff game to watch, and I figured, well, if I did a normal version of the meet, I'd be too busy eyeing the hockey game to care. So we will do the meet. The way the rest of the series schedule goes, they play Sunday, they'd play Saturday, they'd play Monday, they'd play Game 7, they'd play Wednesday, and then they would probably play Game 7 on a Friday, if we get that far. And then we would see what would happen with whoever they play next, which would probably be the Eastern winner. Boston just won, by the way, 2-1 in overtime. So this game is also going to the OT. And with that, I am going to take my break, and I will be back. quickly because the last time the teams went in the direction that they are now going to go for the overtime period, there were 4 goals. So I have a feeling this is going to end quick. We probably won't have to play double or triple or God knows how many overtimes. Of course, the Lightning had a game last year that went 5 overtimes with hope for a quick resolution. The ice uh, in the area of the goal of Carolina is the ones Tampa Bay will be shooting at, and they're doing a little maintenance. So you see the situation in the upper right. They are playing the first overtime period. They will keep playing 20-minute overtimes until somebody scores. If Tampa Bay scores, they have the 3-games-to-none lead in the series, and they could wrap it up as early as Saturday. If Carolina wins, then we'll go at least 5 games, and they'll go back to Carolina at least for one. Go back to Raleigh, I think, on Monday. So Tampa Bay has a power play for less than a minute to start the overtime. And, back in the 80s and 90s, this is something you wouldn't see. They would just let the players handle the game by themselves and not call any penalties. So, why should a penalty be called in the first period and not called in overtime? I don't get that at all. They're showing highlights of Nashville, Carolina, where Carolina got the OT goal in Game 6. So they're 1-0 in the playoffs in overtime. Actually, no, 2-0. 2-0. I take that back. Carolina won half of their games in the series in overtime last time. They're dropping the puck, and here we go. Overtime period. First goal wins the game. Tampa Bay has 51 seconds left on their power play. And they're going to try setting up something here for one more run. It's 5-on-4. So they have the power play for 35 more seconds or less if they get the goal to win the game. And they try a centering pass and a shot right away. But then it goes back to the defending zone of Tampa Bay. Vasilevsky came up, pushed the puck back up a little bit. And with 20 seconds left, Tampa Bay probably with time with one more attack as their last little attack foiled. 15 seconds left. Now they got a 3-on-2. Down to 7 in the power play. Get a shot off, boys, real fast. And there's a shot, and that was either deflected or saved. Shots are now 33-23. Struggle in front of the goal, but Tampa Bay keeps possession. Teams are at even strength now. There's a shot. That's saved. And can Carolina clear it? They can. So we're a minute and 15. Team to score wins the game. There's a shot by Tampa Bay. Doesn't go. They keep it in the zone. And Carolina clears it, but they're having trouble in the neutral zone. They have to go back to go forward. And they finally dump it into Tampa Bay's attacking zone. Actually, Carolina looked like they had possession of it for a moment, and now Tampa Bay on the attack again. Minute 45 gone by in overtime. It's a 2-2 tie. One team will get the third goal, and one team will win. Tampa Bay gets it. It's a 3-games-to-none situation. Both teams changing lines here. Tampa Bay just stalling behind their own goal. And they're showing the total time some of these players have been on ice. You got players in upwards of 27 minutes. They've been on ice for the last 60. Now Carolina with a chance, and Vasilevsky. I called him Javi Bullen again. Javi Bullen was the goalie Tampa Bay had when they made the Stanley Cup, I want to say in 2015, and they lost to Chicago. And Tampa Bay did get some quality shots in during that power play possession. Like I said, I have a feeling this will not go more than a single overtime. And let's see who came up with the face-off in Tampa Bay's own zone. They're still struggling with it, and they're still struggling with it. Tampa Bay gets it and clears it. They move into the attacking zone real quick. behind the Carolina goalie now, but they can't keep it in the zone. They'll have to circle back, as the president's press secretary says often. Carolina with it in their own zone. They push it up the ice. Tampa Bay right there, and they take it in their own defending zone. Carolina with it now. Carolina would seem to have the advantage because they have had the two even strength goals, whereas Tampa Bay got power play goals to tie the game up. And they're going end to end. Tampa Bay at the Carolina end now. 3 minutes 20 seconds gone by in the OT. Still 2-2. And if they tie, they'll go to another intermission and teams will change sides. Stoppage in play at the 16:37 mark. It is 2-2. Shots are now 30-24, it looks like, in favor of Tampa Bay. Goal of the series coming up here, or at least to this point in the series. Tampa Bay gets it, like I've been saying, they're up 3-0. And they will only have to win one game in 4 tries. Some clumsiness at the face-off to the left of the Carolina goalie in the Tampa Bay zone. They're struggling for the puck. Tampa Bay with it now in the attacking zone. And Tampa Bay keeps it. Still with a chance. And, they cannot keep it in the zone. They could not keep it in the zone, the attacking zone. Or could they? They say play on. Tampa Bay still with it. Looked like the play had gone off sides, but it did not a few seconds ago. Now Tampa Bay circling the goal. 4:12 gone by in the OT. They're struggling with it to the right of the Carolina goalie by the boards, and we have a stoppage of play. 4:16 now gone by in overtime. Shots are still 30-24. Tampa Bay keeping all kinds of pressure on Carolina. As my cable goes batty again. Thank you very much. And really missed the narrative. Holding the stick, 4:16. So now Carolina gets 2 minutes of a 5-on-4. Of course, they could get less, but by that point they will have won the game. First shot for Carolina goes wide, and now Tampa Bay pushing it up the ice. It'd be nice if they got a shorthanded goal here in overtime. We're now down to 15:27. 4:33 has gone by in the overtime. Carolina with it again attacking. They have the 5-on-4 advantage for another minute and 32 seconds. And again, Tampa Bay swats it. And Carolina has to set up shop again. Again, they try to push it up the ice. And again, Tampa Bay 71 with it. Was it 71? That would be Sorelli. He got a nice shot on goal, but it did not find the mark. We're down to a minute 10 in the Carolina power play. 14:50 left in overtime, so we're a little over 5 minutes in. Carolina trying to push it up. They're down to a minute on the power play. Kucherov has had 2 penalties in this game for 4 minutes. Carolina looking for that shot. Rebound right in front of the goal, but can't find the mark. Now Carolina has another chance. They're down to 42 seconds on the power play. Carolina, the shot. Couple of shots. And again, Tampa Bay gets to... No, they do not get to it. Carolina keeps it in the attacking zone. Half a minute left now in the power play. They're just... Power play goal. 6 minutes even. Into overtime. Carolina wins, and they take a 2-1 lead in the series. They're now only down 2-1 in the series, I should say. So we will set up the final score for you. Was it a no who got it? Number 20 for Carolina. This was the exact same situation Tampa Bay was in. They were up 2-0 against Florida. and they could not get a 3-0 series lead. And we'll have the winning goal for you in a moment, who scored it, as I update my graphic. Like so. In fact, I'm going to have to pull it out a little bit. There we go. Looking like it was a no, number 20. It was. It was not a no. It was Aho. Aho. No, I'm not going to make a joke about that name. So the Lightning lose. You know, the wins don't come easy during the playoffs. Graphic is incorrect. So let me fix it for you before we close out tonight. There, that should fix it. So Aho finds the hole. Carolina wins in overtime 3-2. They now only trail in the series 2-1. So for all of you who have dropped by, I thank you very much. This was a little bit of an experiment for me tonight, and whether it succeeded or not, only time will tell. This has been Big Pauly coming to you, wishing you well, as always. Godspeed and God bless.